Most people have never met anyone who survived Alzheimer's, and most doctors won't even believe that's possible. There are hundreds of us. I'm not the only one. The reason I did the walk, actually, Becky, is I wanted a way that I could bring attention to this issue and saying, look, there are survivors of Alzheimer's.
Welcome to Good Vibes with Becky Chambers. Everything you need to know about whole body vibration from the world's leading expert.
For informational purposes only, not medical advice, consult a qualified healthcare professional before making health decisions. The creator of this content is not responsible for any actions taken based on the information provided.
I am so excited today to have a special guest. We have Dr. Judy Benjamin. She's a PhD and a board-certified health and wellness coach. She's an endurance walker and Alzheimer's advocate. At age 81, she completed a nearly 3,000-mile walk across the United States, traveling from San Diego, California, to St. Augustine in Florida in 7 months and 10 days. The walk was undertaken to raise awareness about Alzheimer's survivors and to highlight the long-term impact of the disease on individuals, families, and communities. I am so excited to have you here, Judy, because I know that you use whole body vibration and that it helps you in your battle with Alzheimer's yourself and getting you strong enough to actually be able to walk across the country at age 81. It's absolutely incredible. Please tell us about your experience.
Okay. Well, first of all, thank you so much, Becky, for inviting me to be on your podcast. It's a pleasure. We've known each other for a little while, and when I first started exploring vibration therapy and whole body vibration, I reached out to you and I'm a researcher also by training, and I started researching it and I realized that your product was really the right one for me to use. And I also use it in my coaching practice. I recommend it to all my clients. If they get it, some do, some don't, but I think it's really great. I was diagnosed over 15 years ago with Alzheimer's. It was very strong in my family. My mother had it. My 4 uncles had it. My mom passed away after a long struggle. And I started to get symptoms, and I was diagnosed by my doctor and said, well, you have what your mom had, and there's nothing we can do. And I just said, I'm not accepting that. There's nothing we can do. I'm very much a fighter. And I said, no. And luckily, I was introduced to Dr. Dale Bredesen out in San Francisco. And he had a theory that it's about inflammation to the brain. It's like we have all of these assaults on our brain. It could be stress, could be alcohol stress, lack of sleep, poor diet, lack of exercise is huge, and also exposure to mold. And I kind of had all of those things. So I started working with him and reversing my symptoms to the point where all my symptoms went away. I mean, I had lost my memory. I couldn't remember my grandchildren's names. I couldn't remember my phone number. I couldn't do my gym lock, 4 digits. I had to write everything down. So I don't have to do that anymore. And I'm so grateful. So the journey, and this is what I like to tell my clients, it's not like you're going to do one off. You're not going to get on the vibration platform and do it for 3 weeks or 6 weeks and suddenly you're going to get off and like your brain's going to be better. But it's a process of building it into your journey for wellness. And for me, the vibration platform was an integral part of that. The reason I did the walk, actually, Becky, is I wanted a way that I could bring attention to this issue, because I've talked to a lot of people. I've done a few podcasts and interviews, but calling attention to myself by doing this and saying, look, there are survivors of Alzheimer's, and most people have never met anyone who survived Alzheimer's, and most doctors won't even believe that's possible. So what we've done is started a foundation for Alzheimer's survivors, and there are hundreds of us. I'm not the only one. There are hundreds. And we're putting together these stories of people, their own testimonials, and they've got facts of their tests and everything before.
So these are like, by survivor, you mean people who were diagnosed and then they did therapeutic methods and eventually they don't test positive for Alzheimer's anymore based on, is that mental functioning test? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, it's a combination of things. Some standardized tests that measures different brain functions very simply. You draw a clock,
Mhm.
you copy a box, you repeat certain numbers, you subtract backwards. But then there are actual MRIs, the tests that you go through this big piece of equipment and it looks at your brain and it can measure the volume of your brain. It can tell you
Mhm.
whether you've had shrinkage, but there are now new tests out that are blood tests. And I recently, by the way, retook a test and I found that I do not have any evidence of Alzheimer's in my blood.
Mind boggling. It is just a fantastic story. And that there's actually hundreds of people who are managing to heal from Alzheimer's and no longer have it. I want to talk a little bit about why whole body vibration would be helping your brain function. For one thing, it lowers inflammation and it's a huge neurological stimulation of all your neurons, every nerve and every cell in your body. So that's a workout for your brain. It's causing every nerve in your body to fire signals into your brain, lighting your brain up, waking it up. And that's a workout for each neuron. It's like a really intensive form of exercise for your neurons, which has been shown to be very protective for your neurological health.
That's absolutely
So,
right, Becky. And what we know is that exercise will cause the production of brain-derived neurotrophic factor, or BDNF for short. Brain-derived neurotrophic factor is increased with exercise. And as we age, that level goes down anyway. So by exercising, you're building up the BDNF, which of course the brain needs. And that's why exercise is such a important part of getting better from cognitive decline. But also the mitochondria, when you use the platform or any exercise, but exercise that goes on as a stimulating exercise, you cause your mitochondria to become stronger. And the mitochondria are the little organelles in every cell in the body that is energy. That's where your energy is coming from. And so the brain is full of mitochondria, as is other parts of your body. So if you can get that mitochondria to become robust and strong, and they have pictures of this, Becky, on microscopes. You can see it, that a healthy one, it kind of looks like a kidney bean. It's shaped like a kidney bean. And the young people and healthy people have really nice rounded edges, what I would call robust, healthy. And as we get older, or if you don't have enough of them, they shrivel up. And that's why you feel tired, you don't have any energy. That's why the exercise is so fantastic, because it builds up not only the BDNF, but the mitochondria. It moves the oxygen through the body, and the oxygen is carrying energy and blood all through your body, your lungs, your heart, and your brain. So, can we point our finger directly to vibration therapy and say, this is going to heal your brain? I don't think we are there yet because we don't have enough studies that directly link it. But we have so much anecdotal evidence and experiences of people like me and others. And I know that in your work over the years, you've come across many, many cases like this where people have really, especially depression. I mean, people who are depressed or can't sleep properly, if they exercise, it can really make a huge difference.
yeah, absolutely. And then if you combine it with other things which we know help your body and help your brain, such as nutrition and maybe socializing, you amplify everything. And the effects can be extremely powerful, as we see with you. Unbelievable
Absolutely.
story.
What I noticed is overall strength building and balance, which is so important. It's important when you're walking. I was not running, I was not racing, I was simply walking. I was putting one foot in front of the other. And I just looked down the road and I walked alone most of the time. I had a few people along the way wanted to join in, and I welcomed that. But mostly every day I get up early, sun comes up, I get up, have something to eat, and head out to the road. And I would stop after about 3 hours. I'd stop and get more water. And I mean, I carried water with me, but I'd refresh my water bottles and take a little rest, put my feet up. When it got really super hot in the desert in Texas in August, crazy time to do it. I would have to change all my clothes, including my shoes and socks, because I would sweat so much. I mean, it was 116 degrees a couple of days. It was really hot. But the people I met along the way, the scenery, it was just beautiful scenery, sunsets, sunrises. But I think what really made it special was the encounters of people all across the country. And it confirmed for me that most of us want the same things. We want to be healthy. We want to have healthy families. And we want to have good food to eat. And you kind of forget about the politics sometimes when you're out there because it doesn't matter. People just come over and they want to hug you. They want to take a picture with you. I had so many great things. I walked across the Apache reservation, which is huge, and it went for me because I was walking like 18 miles a day, 18 to 20 miles a day. Well, nutrition, I'm glad you brought that up because if you were eating ultra processed food all the time, fast food, you're eating a lot of sugar and sweet things and drinking sodas, you can exercise yourself for 8 hours a day and you're not going to exercise away a really, really poor diet because it's like a fine piece of machinery. You've got to put in good quality food in order to get energy out. So I think that you've got to do both. You have to exercise and have good food. And then, there are other things too. I mean, it's not one thing. You need good sleep. And like you said, friends, socializing. That's why my walk was so fantastic. I got more hugs in that time, in that 7 months. I mean, strangers were coming up. Can I take a picture with you? They were stopping their cars, getting out of their car, turning around, and just wanting to hug me. And I don't know, I think it added many years to my life. From my 81, I felt like maybe I was 70 because I was getting all this love from people. That's what
The
we
energy
want.
component, you know, your emotions, very powerful, and it affects every part of your health.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, some people feel like, oh, it's going to jar my brain or whatever. But I'll tell you, it's actually gentle. Even, and one evidence of that is one of my clients, her cat gets on it every morning, and the cat is on the machine while she's standing on it with bare feet, because that's what we recommend. I have a picture of this. I'll send it to you.
And I want to point out which machine she's on. She's on a machine called the Power 1000, which is a fairly strong vibration that goes right through your whole body. You can't see the person vibrating, even though they are. I do
I
have
agree.
another machine that is gentler, and that one, sometimes people can start at a higher amount, but she's on the Power 1000. Apparently, it's perfect for you.
Yeah, it works for me. I know that I'm a little bit different from a lot of folks because I've been working on this program for 15 years to get my brain and body into shape. And I think I'm living proof that this stuff works. It's like anything else, though, Becky. You have to do the work. In other words, you've got to do it. The nice thing is you don't have to spend that much time on it.
Yep, there's many wonderful methods out there, but vibration, I can say it completely changed my life. It's such a great place to start too, because it, like were saying, it gives you energy and improves your mood. And then it's easier to try other things and start being more active. Thank you so much for sharing your story with us, Judy. So anyway, I want to remind everybody one more time, this is Judy Benjamin. Her website is judywalks.com. It's an incredible story. We're going to do a workout next. Join us, even if you don't have a machine, but join us on your machine if you do. For those of you who haven't done vibration before, it's very important to start slow and build up with vibration. Set it for the amount of time and the settings you know you can handle, and then just keep going with us with your machine off. Vibration is very powerful, and you need to start slow. Okay, we are going to do our training, our vibration training now. We're going to do interval training, some resistance exercises, and some cardio. And here we go. We're going to start with the beginner's squat. All right. Also, be sure to check contraindications. They're on my website, bcvibranthealth.com, before you start doing vibration. Okay. Because there are some conditions that are not good for vibration. All right. But here we go. All right. Pull up on the straps if you can. You're in a gentle little squat, an easy squat, and pulling up on straps if you have them. If you don't have straps on your machine, you could be using weights, be doing crunches with your bicep curls with your weights. And you can get heavier weights. These are just very convenient. All right, now we got 10 seconds to get in our next position, and it will be lunges, okay? One leg on your machine. Pull up on a strap if you have one. If you don't have these stretchy straps, you could be using a strap that doesn't stretch and just grab it and pull. You could be hands in front of you. You don't have to squat as deep as me. You want to adjust your workout to be what works for you, okay? So, but it is great for your body and your brain to push yourself, really work. It's working out. Exercising is fantastic for your brain, and doing it on a vibration machine, whoa, that is even better. All right, we're going to do cardio next. So we're going to do a jumping jack. This is the easy version, right? One side and then the other, just standing, moving your legs and arms. And if you can do a hop, that's great. A little bit easier than this one is to just put your foot out in front, 1 foot at a time. Right? You don't have to go as high as me with my arms. Choose the level that's right for you. Get all that blood flowing into your brain. Start releasing osteocalcin in your bones, which is going to build your bones, and go up to your brain, releasing serotonin and dopamine so you feel awesome. Woo! All right, here we go. And arm pulls are next. We're on our machine, and you pull up on some straps out to the side first. If you're using weights, that's fine. Okay, pull out to the sides as hard as you can. Whew. All right, and if you're starting to feel a little out of breath, that's good. You're working hard. That's excellent. Now push back also. We're going to target all kinds of different muscles in this workout. We're doing 30 to 40-second intervals in lots of different positions that are going to target all the muscles in your body, right? And we're going to do 10 to 15 minutes of this, and it'll be like you did an hour workout, at least. All right, now we're doing a lunge on the other leg. And again, you can pull up on a strap if you have one. These are stretchy straps, which are nice, but not all machines have these. All right. You could be just holding weights like this, or you don't have to be holding weights at all. You could just be balancing or holding on to something. Any way you do it, you are still helping your brain and your body. You're doing it all at once, which is great. All right, hang in there. We're almost done. 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, you did it. Good job. Okay, another cardio. This one is mountain climbing, is what it's called. You're lifting your legs up high like this, okay? And if you can do it with a hop. Now, if it takes you a little while to get into the next position and you're a little behind me, don't worry about it, because I built in a little extra time so that even if you're a little behind me, you're still getting a great workout. Okay, keep going. You're doing cardio right now. And this is the combination of resistance training and cardio with interval training. Is called HIIT, H-I-I-T, high intensity interval training. And we're doing that with whole body vibration. So, woo, you are really getting a workout. All right, we are doing abdominal workout next. You're going to take your weight and put it above you. Pull down and lift up one leg at a time. Switching legs, okay? You're doing like a crunch, a core crunching. And there's a harder version down here. You can stay standing if you're doing that one, but there's a harder version down here. It's the V for victory. You're in a V shape on the plate. Only my rear end is on the plate, right? And I'm trying to straighten my legs out as much as I can and keep my arms maybe crossed. Woo! Or you could put them out straight and balance. Woo! It's hard. It's really quite hard. All right. Good job. Where are we? Push-ups are next. You can just stay standing. If you can't get up and down, you got a whole workout just standing. The push-up version, you take your weights and push up. If you don't have weights yet, do it without. That's fine. You're pushing up, right? Or you can do the classic push-up down here, which is on either your knees or your hands doing push-ups, just like that, or up on your toes, even harder, doing push-ups. Woo, boy. All right. Good job. Here we go. All right. You're doing great. We are up to another cardio already. Okay. So the next cardio is running in place, kicking your heels out to the back. Okay, like this. So if you can't run, you can just walk and kick your heels to the back. If you can run, great. Like this. If you put your hands behind you, it's kind of a guide for you to try to hit your hands with your heels. Don't fall down though, whatever you do. If you need something to hold on to, you can do that. You're still going to get all kinds of benefits. Just got to keep moving, folks. It's really critical. All right, here we go. Okay, good job. You're running, getting there. You're getting there. Okay, next one is a diagonal crunch. So we're gonna still working on the core, which is great for not falling. This time, put your weight off to one side, right? And only pull up the diagonal leg, the opposite knee, and keep doing one side, right? Pull it in tight. And if you're ready for the harder version, you're down here, you're in that V for victory, but you slide over onto one side and only the top leg is straight. Bottom one is bent. The bottom hand can touch the ground for balance, and you try to touch your top elbow to your bottom knee. Whew. All right, look at that, I'm touching. I'm whacking my knee. I don't know if I can always do that. Whew. All right. There you go. Good job, everybody. Okay, next one is a triceps dip. And I'm going to show you the standing version first. Triceps dip. Take your weights. If you don't have them, it's okay. Hands straight above you, right? And then just drop your hands behind your head, keeping your elbows in place, right? That's the back of your, targeting the back of your arms. If you're down here, classic triceps dip is holding your body up, facing away from your plate, your hands on the plate, and then raising your body up and down by bending your elbows, right? And to make it harder, put your feet out further. Or if it's too hard, pull your knees in towards you, your feet towards you. Okay, good job. Nice job. Great job. Okay. Oh my goodness, we're up to cardio again. Now we're going to do the side kick, right? So out to one side with our fist and our foot kicking. And if you can put a hop in there, go for it. Whew. There you go. You're a boxer. You are like some kind of, what is those? What's it called? Like karate type of thing? Okay. Kickboxing. All right. Look at you. Go for it. Now, don't fall down. A lot of people might need to be holding on to something. That's fine. You can hold on like this. And if you don't have a handle on your machine, use a counter, use a chair, something solid. All right. We're going to do diagonal crunch the other side. So if we were doing this side before, switch to this side. Diagonal crunch, lifting the opposite knee, pulling in your hands, right? Down here, diagonal crunch. You're doing that on your side V shape with just the top leg straight and bottom hand touching floor, knee, bottom knee bent, top elbow trying to touch that knee, which can be hard. All right, plus keeping this leg straight, very difficult. But a challenge is good. You want to really push yourself. Feel the burn. That burn is good for building muscles. All right, here we go. Pelvic bridge is next. If you're standing, take your weights in your hands, hold them here, bend your knees, do a bit of a squat with your, like you're going to sit down, and then push your hips forward as far as you can, right? Keeping the rest of your body straight where it is. Okay, that's the standing pelvic bridge. If you're down here, you can do pelvic bridge like this, where your feet are on the plate, lift your hips, your shoulders are on the ground. Woo, I'm getting a cramp. Okay, I'm going to do a one-legged pelvic bridge because the back of my leg was crampy. This is easier actually for me right now. All right, nice job. Fantastic. We are already up to our last cardio. We got one more cardio. This one is going to be picking something up, a ball, and throwing it. You don't have to hop. You can just lean over as much as you can, pick something up, and throw it. If you can do a hop, that's great. If you can't, you don't need to. But there's the hop. All right. There we go. Okay. Boom. You're like a basketball player. You're sinking that ball, making a basket every time. You're a champion. Woo. All right. We go. You're almost done. You can do it. Don't stop. All right. We got only 2 exercises left. You can do it. All right. We got a plank is next. And we're just going to do something different up here. Put your weights off to one side, knees bent a little bit, and the other way, right? This is more continuing with core exercises here, but there's no plank for standing. And down here, plank, but you're still getting all those core exercises, which is plank, what a plank does. Down here, you're on your elbows and toes, or you could be on your hands and toes like this. And you're just holding your back nice and straight. You want to challenge, do a side plank. That is not easy. Whew. Okay, nice job. All right, one more. We're going to do another pelvic bridge because those are so good for you. Really, really important. Push those hips forward. A little bit of a squat. Push those hips forward and tighten your gluteus muscles. That's your rear end muscles. Really helps that whole core area and where you connect your top and lower parts. Pelvic bridge down here. You're on your feet and your shoulders, straight line between. This is the 2-legged pelvic bridge, or you can do that one-legged pelvic bridge, the other leg this time. All right, point that toe. We did it. You did it, everybody. You did fantastic workout. Now you get a massage. That's the reward. You got 30 seconds massage. And you know what? You can do more after we're done here. You can just keep going if you want. But remember, folks, start slow with vibration and build up slowly because it is really powerful, especially that detoxing effect where you're getting toxins out of your body and brain. That can be hard for your body that's already tired, like your internal organs might be kind of already having trouble with toxins, and then you load them up with more. You got to go slow, build up slowly. Oh, Lordy, that was fantastic. You are rejuvenated, refreshed, clean, body and mind, and come back. We got 2 more shows about the brain this week. They're going to be just fabulous. And if you need your workout 3 times a week, have a wonderful day.